When supporting people with mental health issues, the client, their partners and children, communication is key. Ideally, any communication will be accessible, relatable and anonymous. Short, focused animations may play a part in the solution, a multimodal way of talking to a person in crisis, helping them gain some perspective and understanding. Bite-sized animations of just 60 seconds aren't actual substitutes for therapy. They don't claim to be, but they can provide an overview of a presenting problem, allow a person to reframe and revise the way they think, feel and behave. That is, before they feel completely overcome or overpowered by thoughts and feelings. A 60-second animation can provide context and language for caregivers, such as parents and children, to interpret the situation in a shared way. And all of this valuable resource is available at the time of their choosing, easily accessible via social media, and with ensured anonymity to all involved. A brief animation can quickly address a person's sense of hopelessness around mental health issues. It can open their mind, freeing them to consider possibilities, and that is the first step to recovery.